You okay? You sang beautifully.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the sitcom scenes that are much sadder in hindsight.
Then I got to the point where I realized that the characters could say and do things that I was afraid to do myself. And after a little while, here I am.
Number 10, Ginger Fox, iCarly.
These are the people who made that video you liked?
Hamster in my pasta?
No, the Wade Collins music video.
And they're gonna help you do an amazing performance on the PMAs.
Oh, we haven't agreed to that yet.
Yes, we have.
Carly Shay and her friends got into quite a few antics in search of internet fame. The episode I Fix a Pop Star puts the gang in proximity to Ginger Fox, a washed-up singer who has just had a very public mental breakdown and is in the middle of a dirty custody battle.
Excuse me, Ginger? Hi, your ex-husband dropped off your baby.
Oh, hi, baby. Hi, baby. Someone take this.
Considering when this episode was made, it's pretty clear the character is a thinly veiled parody of Britney Spears. It even seems to lampoon her widely criticized performance at the 2007 VMAs.
Why is the audience cheering her?
She's just marching around the stage like an idiot.
It's yet another instance of casual cruelty towards Spears' struggle, and it looks pretty bad now that we have more information on the star's conservatorship battle. Number 9, a name less associated with murder, Seinfeld. Elaine Bennis dated some duds in her time. When the right guy finally does come along, it turns out he has one big red flag.
What's his name? Joel. Joel what? Rifkin.
Rifkin? Joel Rifkin?
Yeah, it's just a coincidence, obviously.
Guess you better keep on his good side, huh?
He shares his name, Joel Rifkin, with a real-life serial killer. But Elaine doesn't give up. She decides he needs a new name, and she's going to figure out what it is. Thumbing through a magazine, looking for ideas, she decides Joel should take the name OJ, presumably inspired by a very famous football player turned actor.
OJ! OJ Rifkin! Oh, you don't even use a name, it's just initials. Oh, please, please, please change your name to OJ, please, it would be so great!
Of course, in a few short months, that name would also become infamous when O.J. Simpson is arrested for a double murder. It's a turn of events that would have made a great Seinfeld episode in itself.
Why? Is that weird?
No, it's normal. You're very normal.
Introducing.
You're totally normal.
Number 8, Carol's Weight, Growing Pains. Things stayed relatively lighthearted on the ABC sitcom that launched Kirk Cameron to stardom, but in retrospect, its many jokes aimed at co-star Tracy Gold's weight are even more upsetting than they were when they first aired.
I hope Ed's a girl with every ounce of my being.
Well, I don't stand a chance.
Gold has been public about her experiences with disordered eating. These struggles were at their height while she was on Growing Pains.
The producers would say, no, it's brother-sister banter. This is the way that they interact. You just don't know that. But then it became, well, now you need to lose weight. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, no, what you were really saying was that this is a problem and I need to change.
All at once, she was having to endure jokes the writers were putting in her co-stars' mouths, while the producers were pressuring her to shed pounds. She's since recovered, but it's a blight on the squeaky clean show's image.
So how come every time a load gets shifted, it plops on me?
Number 7, Frank Dunphy's funeral, Modern Family. Actor Fred Willard appeared as Phil Dunphy's somewhat absurd dad Frank 14 times over the show's 11 seasons. His last scene in the final season was fitting.
Well, you did take over the family business, didn't you? Keeping life light, making it fun for everybody.
I learned from the best.
After spending a day together, Phil tells us in his Talking Head interview that it was also the last time he saw his dad. He died soon after.
The hard part has been figuring out a way to pay tribute to my dad, but something came to me in the garage today.
A month after the episode aired, real life gave the episode a haunting significance when Willard passed away himself. The Canadian comedy legend left behind 5 decades of work, and his touching Emmy-nominated guest spot on Modern Family is a perfect tribute.
He left some big footprints, my old man.
Number 6, None of Us Really Died, NewsRadio. The ending of this otherwise fun and irreverent episode turns unexpectedly dark when you know what happened shortly after it aired.
We're sinking.
Yes.
Huh. Well, more cognac, anyone? I'll go fetch some.
A fantastical storyline puts the crew of the WNYX radio station at the site of the Titanic disaster. The episode ends with a speech by star Phil Hartman assuring the audience that none of them actually died.
Right, gang? That's right. Hey, where's Dave?
Oh, Dave drowned while we shot that last scene.
Oh, what about Vicky? Off making a movie in Toronto?
As it turned out, neither he nor his character would be returning for the next season. Tragically, a month after the episode aired, Hartman was murdered, turning his message into a painfully ironic goodbye.
So, I guess we'll be stuck out here for a long time, eh, old friend?
Number 5, the big one, Sanford.
I got the two big ones, one in my head and one in my heart. Oh, Elizabeth, I'm coming, honey.
Fred G. Sanford made a habit of pretending to have a heart attack whenever he wanted sympathy. His performer Red Fox was particularly skilled at the recurring bit. That's why it was so shocking when his character actually did have a heart attack on the Sanford and Son spin-off, Sanford.
Elizabeth, honey, and what I'm always saying, I'm coming to join you. This time I ain't kidding.
But the gag would have some ironic consequences later. While on the set of a different show, The Royal Family, Fox keeled over. For a brief moment, his colleagues thought he was kidding. It turned out to be a real heart attack that led to his death hours later.
He was always doing pratfalls. And I thought that's what he did. Everybody thought that's what he did. And he was laying on the floor, and I leaned down to him. And I put my hands on him. He said, "Get my wife, get my wife."
Number 4, the downside of fame, Mork and Mindy.
Robin Williams, Mr. Smarty Pants Big Shot. Wow. You forgot your old friend. You can't lend me $10,000 for a new car. You won't do the Save the Shrimp benefit.
This goofy Robin Williams sitcom about an alien named Mork and his human friend Mindy got very meta in a season 3 episode aptly titled Mork Meets Robin Williams. The two end up in the dressing room with the real Robin Williams, whom Mindy is hoping to interview.
I don't know why I can't say no. I guess I want people to like me. I hate myself for that.
Williams, in character as himself, expresses the pitfalls of fame in a way only he can, while his alien doppelganger sits across from him. Given what we know of his mental health struggles, there's an unsettling tone to his admission that fame leaves little time alone with his thoughts, and maybe that's by design.
You know, if you learn to say no, you probably have a lot more time to yourself.
Maybe that's the last thing I want.
Number 3, Peg's pregnancy, married with children. When series co-star Katie Sagal became pregnant during production of the controversial Fox hit 6th season, it was written into the show.
What are you guys on vacation? Rub!
Peg Bundy can hardly contain her happiness as she tells the entire world she's 5 months along. Al Bundy can't really believe it either. He didn't even notice.
Here we go, April, week 1. Sold shoes, watched TV. Week 2, sold shoes, watched TV, wept. Week 3, sold shoes, had a few beers, passed out.
However, the pregnancy was written out of the script when real life intervened, and Segal's pregnancy ended in tragic circumstances. Rather than subject her to carrying out the storyline as planned, the show's writers changed course. They opted to rewrite the entire storyline as an elaborate dream of Al's.
Think he's crazy?
Well, he must be. He didn't ask about you.
Number 2, only one left, The Golden Girls. Over its 7-season run, this runaway hit sitcom starring 4 showbiz veterans was a celebration of friendship and living life to the fullest, even in old age. One particularly sweet moment became eerie in retrospect.
Is it because we know that Lillian's just plain lucky that a lot of old people do slip through the cracks and are forgotten? And maybe it may not be too long until we're elderly ourselves.
Realizing that there may be a future in which they have to go to a nursing home, they make a pact to stick together to the end. And while the intentions are heartwarming, it's not a perfect plan.
What happens when there's only one of us left?
It would become prophetic that Betty White spoke those words. After Rue McClanahan's death in 2010, White did become the last surviving Golden Girl.
I'm not the star.
You're the star.
There's no way. With those girls, don't be silly, but I'm thrilled to still be aboard.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. If I Die Young, Glee.
So put on your best boys and now wear my pearls. What I never did is done.
When Corey Monteith passed away suddenly in 2013, it was a life-changing experience for his colleagues, including his fiancée and co-star Lea Michele. The season 5 episode The Quarterback is a tribute to him and his character Finn Hudson, and it's hard to watch. But one scene that stands out even more now is cheerleader Santana's tearful tribute to Hudson.
If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses.
She sings a stirring rendition of the band Perry's If I Die Young. What began as a heartfelt tribute became a bizarre and devastating premonition. In 2020, the performance went viral when actress Naya Rivera died suddenly in a boating accident at the age of 33.
Send me away with the words of a love song. Oh.
Which tragic moment affected you the most? Let us know in the comments.
Don't be afraid to cry. I do it every day.